There was a time that was going to be the start of our show. Here's something I liked. I like what the Milwaukee Bucks are doing. Signing Joe Ingles, who, yes, he is still recovering from that knee injury. We won't see him at the beginning of the season, but hey, it's all about how the plane lands in April. And Bobby Portis, their hype man, their heart, their soul of that championship teams in many ways, other than Giannis Antetokounmpo, is back on a 4-year, $49 million deal. Are you picking up what the Bucks are putting down?
Love it. Bobby Portis, smart, opts out, gets more money this way. I've been some of the Bucks games I've called on the radio the last couple of years. I say one basket out of Bobby Portis at home was worth 4 baskets out of any other player on the roster. I've never seen any reaction by a crowd base to any role player in the league like Bobby Portis. So yes, big pickup. And then Ingles, man, does he fit what they do? Who knows when he's coming back? He tore his ACL, I believe, in January. You're probably looking at all-star break minimum. But if that's the case, he gets in 25 games before the playoffs. The way he shoots it, he's their best passer day one.
Yeah.
He's one of the best ball screen readers of any big guy. Spots up and shoots it as well. IQ, been in a winning organization. That is a great, underrated signing. It's a 1-year deal, but now we got to see about his health.
Right. It's one of those things where if he was fully healthy, Zach, we could be saying, well, this sneakily could be something that puts them into a different place when we're in the playoffs and looking at when that experience matters. What do you think of what the Bucks are doing?
Portis earned this deal, more than earned it. He's been sensational for them. They also brought back Wes Matthews and Javon Carter.
Yep.
And most importantly, Giannis is still on.
Yeah, and that little one.
Everything's an A as long as Giannis is still there.
No, I like it. The one thing that does concern me a little bit is with that injury to Chris Middleton, it showed a huge gap.
Yeah.
Because that forced him to go back and play the style of basketball. So I don't know where they're going to find it. I don't know what happens over the course of this next season. But before the playoffs start, in my opinion, I think that the Milwaukee Bucks need one more playmaker. Not necessarily like a scorer or any of that, but just a guy that can do something. Because we saw without Chris Middleton, and let's say hypothetically something else happens to somebody and you don't have enough playmakers for the shooters that you have around you, Joe Ingles, Jordan Nwora, Grayson Allen, all of these guys, they need people to create for them. And just taking that one piece, which is a big piece in Middleton, was a lot. So I like it, but I still think in order for them to go repeat.
Let's just think hypothetically, if they're healthy, then they got to continue.
Agreed. But you also have to prepare for that.
But we can do that with all teams. They don't need any more playmakers, okay? What they needed rest. We all have to remember, Chris Middleton and Jrue Holiday went from winning the championship to hopping on the airplane and going play in the Olympics.
Old real quick,
okay,
bro.
so no, but what I'm saying is that, look, they had to go through a whole entire season. I love what they're doing. Bobby Portis is a guy that could come in off the bench, and get them 14 to 15 points a night. I also love Joe Ingles, like Legs was talking about. Taking the ball out of Jrue Holiday's hands a lot. And Chris Middleton and being that facilitator. Being that guy that could be a pick-and-roll guy with him and Giannis in the pick-and-roll. So the Bucks are quietly winning as usual.
Agreed.
Well,
why are you?
No, because I
you
don't
just
like
said
all that.
Yeah, and that's what you just argued my point. You just said, Joe Ingles can take the ball in his hands.
They got him.
So what I'm saying is not.
No, that wasn't your point.
We don't know his health.
Your point.
Let me finish.
Your point was that you said they need to.
Let me finish.
You said they need to.
Are you not gonna let me finish?
You said they need to.
Okay. No. Let me finish.
That's how you fill 2 hours, folks.
I'm just saying.
Our front office insider in the house, free agency, it's the name of the game. So
Bobby.
Big money, Bobby.
Hello.
Let's start with the elephant in the room, because why not? The realistic teams that can actually land Kevin Durant. Bobby, who are they?
Well, I think it certainly starts with Toronto, right? I think it's a matter of what the combination is that Masai Ujiri is willing to give up, as far as when you look at Scotty Barnes, Pascal Siakam, Gary Trent Jr., OG Anunoby. They've got 4 first-round picks to send out in a deal. They can do pick swaps. I think the interesting thing, Malik, is that we've talked about Pascal Siakam. He was signed to that rookie max extension, but he can be traded to the Nets with Ben Simmons because his contract was only 4 years, not 5 years like Bam Adebayo. So for me, it's all about Toronto as far as I see them as kind of the leader in the clubhouse if they want to get a deal done with Brooklyn.
Zach, I know you've been a fan of this potential deal for a while now.
Yeah, I mean, look, it makes a lot of sense. I'll say this, though. If Masai Ujiri can trade for Kevin Durant without including Scotty Barnes in the deal, I will tip the proverbial cap to him, maybe wear some moose antlers on TV, swing a hockey stick around, because I just don't see a combination appealing enough to win the Durant sweepstakes without Scotty Barnes. And look, you can sit here and scream and yell if you're a Raptors fan, he's untouchable, we can't trade Scotty Barnes, he could be a 10-time All-Star, all this, a homegrown player. I get all that. That's fine. That's all fair. To me, you just don't get Kevin Durant then, and that can be fine too. You have a really good team and a Rookie of the Year, but if he can pull that off, boy, oh boy, that would be a coup.
Well, I mean, you just tempted us with Zach Lowe and moose ears, so I'm sold. Whatever gets that to happen, I'm all for that. The Nets, though, they were active this morning. They signed both T.J. Warren and Edmund Sumner. That's according to our Adrian Wojnarowski. I want to take a look at how their roster looks exactly right now. Bobby, what do these recent moves by the Nets signal for their plan moving forward? If anything, you can see right there some of the moves they've made.
I think it signals like, buckle up, we're going to be in this Kevin Durant sweepstakes for a long time here, Malika. I just look at it. Brooklyn was kind of in this holding pattern for about, I guess, 96 hours, where they had the fewest players on their roster. They had 10. They had signed Patty Mills and Nick Claxton, and then after that, it was silence, and we were just waiting for that 5-for-1 type deal. And now there is no Durant trade out there, and Brooklyn's going to conduct business like the other teams out there in free agency. So you add a little bit of depth. Your roster now goes to 12. You still have some spots to fill, but I just look at it that there's no deal on the horizon, and Brooklyn realized that we needed to go out and start signing players.
Interesting. So we will see. I know Perk's ears are perking up a little bit. Perk's ears are perking. What? I've never said that before. Perk's ears are perking up a little bit. I know that, as Woj said earlier on the show, Summer League in Vegas, it's a coming. And we know that GMs, front office folks, they descend on Las Vegas. So we'll see what deals, if any, come out of that. Bobby Marks, thank you so much for spending some time with us. Yes, Finger. Oh, you're channeling your inner Brian Windhorst.
Bobby,
I
got a question. Okay, I'll talk to Bobby later. I'll text you, Bobby.
Oh, boy.
All right, you can ask it. We have time.